With new bordered paths finally making their way into Dreamlight Valley, the demand for mining materials has never been higher. While players were excited to see path borders, that excitement was quickly met with disappointment when we all realized a portion of our previous pathing had become obsolete, and we'd be required to construct the all-new bordered paths from scratch. Even early game resources like stone had suddenly become a high demand item. The demand for stone was already high, but as of update 5, the demand has never been higher. Realizing we would be required to recreate every bit of pathing if we wanted to utilize these new borders sent many players into a frenzy of resource generation. And now, after hours of grinding, many players have turned to guides and tutorials to assist in the painstaking grind we've all become familiar with. Or maybe you're just new to the game and you want some more stone, I don't know. Either way, you've come to the right place. My channel is dedicated to producing some of the most cohesive and informative Dreamlight Valley videos on YouTube. And with the recent demands for supplies, I've decided to answer the call. You see, you and I both had the same idea. If we're going to be doing this grind all over again, why not do it in the most efficient way possible? And that's exactly what we'll be discussing in this video. Before we get started, I'd like to mention that I'm a small full-time content creator, so pressing the like button on this video can make a huge difference for me. If you would like to join our community and play the update live with friends, consider joining my Twitch channel. I'll put the link in the video description. Consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content, and with that, let's get started. Now, before we discuss the best routes to follow when gathering stone and other resources, we'll need to discuss something much more important. Now, what could possibly be more important than the routes? Well, simply, it's the mining efficiency of your companions. You see, the number of mining companions in your valley is going to have a direct impact on the resources gained. And before we can dive into the routes, we'll need to cover exactly how you can increase efficiency. This is a mechanic the game itself basically just skims over, resulting in many players not understanding the importance of these metrics. If you're not currently aware of these metrics, then the information I'm about to share with you may very well transform your approach to mining and even overall resource generation. So, what are the actual metrics and what kind of impact do they have? The way mining companions operate when hanging out with the player is by providing a chance to duplicate the last item extracted from each mining rock. Keep in mind, companions will never duplicate chance items such as onyx, and locking your mining companions behind a fence does not provide any additional resources. You may have noticed a long time ago when you obtained your first mining companion that you weren't always getting a duplicate item. There's actually a reason for this, and no, they weren't just bad at their job. You see, with only one mining companion in your valley, your companion will only have a 20% chance to duplicate the last stone or mineral from the mining rock. With 2 mining companions, that chance is increased to 40%, and with 3 mining companions, it now becomes 60%. Keep in mind, it does not matter which mining villager you're even with. The only thing that affects proficiency is their level and the total number of mining companions in your valley. For the sake of this video, we'll be going off the assumption that the villager you'll be mining with is max level, aka level 10. Following the math we discussed earlier, it becomes clear that there is a 20% increase in a +1 item duplicate for each mining villager you have. So, once you have 5 mining companions in your valley, you will then have a 100% chance at a +1 duplicate for the last item mined from each rock. But what happens after 5? Well, for each mining villager following 5, you will now have a chance at a +2 duplication. However, the chance now has only been increased by 10% per villager. This means if you reach a total of 15 mining companions in your valley, you will now have a 100% chance of a +2 duplicate. Following that, you'll have a 10% chance at +3 for each mining companion beyond 15. Currently, I have 21 mining companions in my valley. This means I have a 60% chance of a +3 duplicate and a 40% chance of a +2 duplicate whenever my mining companion duplicates the last resource. If you've already assigned roles to all of your villagers and fear you don't have enough mining companions, Don't worry, simply head to your crafting station and create the mining training manual. Sure, it costs a lot of Dreamlight, but it's well worth it in the long run. To change a villager's profession, simply gift the manual to any village with a non-mining profession, and voila, another mining companion. Now, it's extremely important for me to mention here that giving the training manual to a villager and increasing your number of mining companions does not mean the new ratios immediately take effect. When converting my villagers, I discovered I actually had to completely close and restart my game. Only then did the new mining ratios take effect. Keep this in mind whenever you're converting villager professions. Also, consider a similar increase applies to all professions. The more gardeners you have, the more vegetables duplicated. The more fishing companions, the more fish duplicated, and so on. Though the ratios and duplication numbers differ, the principal element is still the same. In my valley, I have 21 mining companions, 1 digging companion, and 3 gardening companions. The 1 digging companion is fine as long as I'm willing to use miraculous shovel varnish, and the 3 gardeners are good enough to provide moderate duplicates on my pumpkin harvest. The reason I have far more mining companions than gardeners is simple. Gardening is great for star coins, and in the early to mid game, most of my villagers were actually gardeners. That said, I don't currently need more star coins. I primarily focus on decor and design, so I am always in need of more mining resources. And this is why my ratio is established the way it is. I want to be clear here that I am not telling you to structure your professions the same way I have. I just want you to keep this in mind when choosing or changing the professions of your valley residents. It's best to pick a balance that works with your playstyle. So the ratio I use may not be the best in your case or other individual cases. Before moving on to the routes, there was one more major change implicated back in Update 4, which also has a major impact on mining efficiency. This, of course, is the buff applied to the well-fed bonus. Not only does the well-fed bonus allow players to move faster and use the gliding technique, but it also drastically increases the odds of triggering what's called a critical event. Critical events are the red bursts that transpire and provide bonus resources when mining, fishing, gardening, or performing any of the major professional tasks. Be sure to keep this in mind whenever you find yourself grinding for materials. Now that you understand how much of an impact mining professions have on your overall resource generation, let's discuss the best mining routes. Located in the video description down below, players can find links to the most efficient mining routes available. Currently, there is a guide for mining iron and a guide for mining stone. A tutorial for mining gold will be added at a later date. If you're watching this video a week or 2 after it was posted, the gold mining tutorial has likely been added to the list. The stone guide was posted in tandem with this video, simply because, as we mentioned, the demand for stone has increased drastically with the option to now craft bordered pathing. Keep in mind that the stone mining route also generates a high level of coal ore. In regards to the iron video, this video was made long ago, but still stands firm as the most efficient method for mining iron. Consider these videos and simply choose the guide that best fits your current needs, or consider watching all 3. By applying the information shared in this video with the routes highlighted in these tutorials, players will find their constant grind for materials becoming far more efficient, saving them time, effort, and energy. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you learned something new about the mining grind in Disney Dreamlight Valley. My channel is loaded with helpful tutorials and fun theories regarding Disney Dreamlight Valley, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so. Consider dropping a like on the video as well. As a small full-time content creator, every single like and comment helps us expand our community. Links to my Twitch channel, Discord, and all other socials can be found in the video description down below. Lastly, I'd like to close this video by asking for your help. As I've mentioned many times, I am a small, full-time content creator. I have a long way to go in my content career, but I intend to give it everything I've got and always bring my very best when creating content. Recently, we opened up YouTube memberships on this channel. Members serve to help fund this channel, receive special benefits, and most importantly, empower me to dedicate even more of my time and effort to videos just like this. If you have the means to do so, it would mean the world to me if you joined our members. If you don't have the means to do so, or simply don't want to, that's okay. After all, you're already supporting me just by being here, so thank you very much for watching this video. As always, thank you so much for your time today, and good luck decorating your valley.